What would happen if you jumped into a pool of Jello? It's a question that might seem whimsical at first, but it actually opens up a fascinating can of worms. Imagine standing at the edge of a pool, not filled with water, but with a wobbly, colorful mass of Jello. Would you sink, swim, or get stuck? The curiosity is almost irresistible. It's a question that has probably crossed your mind, especially if you've ever watched cartoons where characters make a splash in giant bowls of dessert. These animated antics often make us wonder about the real-world possibilities of such fantastical scenarios. Cartoons have a way of bending the rules of physics, but what if we applied real science to this playful idea? But could you really dive into a gelatinous abyss and come out unscathed? The idea of diving into a pool of Jello is both intriguing and perplexing. On one hand, Jello is soft and squishy, which might make it seem like a safe landing. On the other hand, its density and viscosity could pose some unexpected challenges. Would you bounce off the surface, sink slowly, or get stuck halfway? The answer, my friends, lies in the fascinating world of science. To understand what would happen, we need to delve into the properties of gelatin, the substance that gives Jello its unique texture. Gelatin is a protein derived from collagen, and its molecular structure is what makes Jello both firm and wobbly. By examining the physics and chemistry of gelatin, we can start to unravel the mystery. We're going to explore the physics and chemistry of gelatin to see if a Jello pool is a recipe for fun or a recipe for disaster. First, let's consider the forces at play. When you dive into water, your body displaces the liquid, allowing you to sink and swim. But Jello is much more viscous than water, meaning it resists flow. This resistance could make it difficult to move through the Jello, potentially trapping you in its gooey embrace. Get ready to explore the surprisingly complex world of polymers, forces, and the science of a truly epic splash. Polymers are long chains of molecules that give substances like gelatin their unique properties. By understanding how these polymers interact, we can better predict what would happen if you took the plunge into a Jello pool. So buckle up and prepare for a deep dive into the science behind this wobbly wonderland. Whether it's a fun experiment or a sticky situation, the Jello pool dilemma is sure to be an enlightening adventure. Before we launch into the physics of a Jello dive, let's break down the basics of the star ingredient gelatin. Gelatin is a fascinating substance with a rich history and a multitude of uses. It's not just for making desserts, it's also used in photography, pharmaceuticals, and even in the production of certain types of paper. But for now, let's focus on its culinary applications. Gelatin is a protein derived from collagen, which is found in animal connective tissues. Collagen is the most abundant protein in mammals, making up about 25% to 35% of the whole body protein content. It's what gives our skin its elasticity and our tendons their strength. Think of it as the glue that holds our bodies together. Without collagen, our bodies would quite literally fall apart. It's a crucial component of our bones, skin, muscles, and tendons. In fact, the word collagen comes from the Greek word kolla, which means glue. When collagen is processed, it forms gelatin, a substance that can absorb a surprising amount of water. This process involves breaking down the collagen into smaller molecules, which can then be dissolved in hot water. As the mixture cools, the gelatin molecules form a network that traps water, creating a gel. This absorption creates a network of molecules that gives Jello its signature jiggly texture. The gel network is what makes Jello so much fun to eat and play with. It's a delicate balance of solid and liquid, firm yet wobbly, and it can hold its shape while still being easily deformed. But how would this jiggle translate to a pool-sized portion? Imagine a swimming pool filled with Jello. The sheer volume would create a massive, wobbly mass that could potentially be both fun and dangerous. The consistency of the Jello would change with the scale, becoming more resistant to movement. That's where things get interesting. Diving into a pool of Jello would be a completely different experience compared to water. The increased viscosity and resistance could make it difficult to move, and the impact could be much harder than expected. It's a fascinating thought experiment that combines physics, chemistry, and a bit of culinary fun. Anyone who's done a cannonball knows that water, despite its fluid nature, can still pack a punch upon impact. This is because of inertia and the resistance water offers as you break the surface. Now imagine replacing the water with a substance significantly denser and more viscous, Jello. When you dive into water, it readily moves aside. Jello, however, would resist your movement due to its higher viscosity. This means a Jello pool would create a much more forceful impact, particularly if you attempted a belly flop. Here's where the fun of a Jello pool starts to look a little less appetizing. The increased density and resistance of Jello pose some serious risks. One major concern is the possibility of getting trapped. Remember how gelatin forms a network of molecules? This network, while fun to poke and prod, could easily ensnare a diver. Imagine trying to swim through a giant bowl of Jello salad. Not so easy, right? The denser the Jello, the harder it would be to escape its sticky grip. Let's address the most important question. Could you breathe Jello? Imagine standing at the edge of a pool filled not with water but with a wobbly, colorful mass of Jello. It might look fun and inviting, but the reality is far from it. The idea of diving into a pool of Jello might seem like a scene straight out of a whimsical dream, but let's break down why it's not just impractical but downright dangerous. The answer, thankfully, is a resounding no. Breathing Jello is impossible. Our lungs are designed to inhale air, a mixture of gases, not a semi-solid substance. The gelatinous nature of Jello means it would block your airways, preventing any oxygen from reaching your lungs. Gelatin is not breathable, and attempting to inhale it would be disastrous. The consistency of Jello would clog your respiratory system, leading to suffocation. Even a small amount entering your windpipe could cause choking, a terrifying and potentially fatal situation. Even if you manage to avoid getting stuck, the sheer pressure of landing in a Jello pool could pose a risk to your lungs. The density of Jello is much higher than water, meaning the impact would be significantly harder. This could lead to serious injuries, including broken bones or internal damage. The impact could easily knock the wind out of you, making it difficult to resurface for air. Imagine the struggle of trying to swim through a thick, sticky substance. Unlike water, Jello doesn't allow for easy movement, and the effort required to break through the surface would be immense. And let's not forget about the potential for Jello to get lodged in your eyes, nose, and other sensitive areas. Definitely not a pleasant experience. The sugar and artificial colors in Jello could cause irritation and infection, making the whole ordeal even more uncomfortable. So, while the idea of a Jello pool might be fun in theory, the reality is far from enjoyable. It's best to keep Jello where it belongs, in a bowl, ready to be eaten, not inhaled or swum in. But wait, there's more to this story than just danger and doom. Gelatin also has a surprisingly springy side. Remember how it's made from collagen, the stuff that gives our skin its elasticity? Well, this elasticity translates to a certain degree of bounce. So, while a Jello pool wouldn't be as forgiving as a bouncy castle, it wouldn't be as hard as concrete either. You might experience a strange, slow-motion rebound effect. Not exactly a graceful swan dive, but interesting nonetheless. Movies and cartoons love to depict Jello as a harmless, wobbly substance perfect for slapstick comedy. But as we've learned, the reality is a bit more nuanced. While a shallow Jello bath for comedic effect might be relatively harmless, a full-blown Jello pool dive is a different story. So, next time you see a character emerge from a gelatinous plunge without a scratch, remember that Hollywood takes some liberties with the laws of physics. Despite the potential risks, there's something undeniably fascinating about the idea of a Jello pool. Maybe it's the childlike wonder of imagining a world made of dessert, or perhaps it's the thrill of considering the unknown. Whatever the reason, our fascination with wacky experiments like this speaks to our innate curiosity about the world around us. Science is all about asking questions, exploring possibilities, and sometimes even taking a leap of faith, though maybe not into a pool of Jello. So after all this scientific analysis, what's the final verdict? Is a Jello pool a dream come true or a recipe for disaster? You've probably guessed it by now. It's best to stick to regular swimming pools. While the science behind a Jello dive is fascinating, the risks far outweigh the potential rewards. But hey, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy a bowl of Jello the good old-fashioned way, with a spoon and a healthy dose of scientific curiosity.